on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Andre with Eagle Express, and I welcome you. Doing a local one today, as I'm a local slash whatever regional guy. If the load can pay a round trip for me, meaning from home to the pickup to delivery and back home. That's the only way I leave the house and do these. They don't come often, so that's why I'm not that's why I don't have, to you it might seem like I have these videos all the time, but honestly I don't. And the last time I did a load was like 2 weeks ago. So it's been 2 weeks. We got snow. We got another snowstorm coming, I think, for the last time. So I think between today and tomorrow, 11 more inches I think is coming. But anyways, I'm heading on a local from, one is picking up in Great Falls, Montana. Got to go over there, drop down to Idaho, Burley, Idaho, pick up another piece there, and then from there go to Seattle Depot, drop off over there, and then come back home. So round trip local miles for me is almost 1,800 miles. 1,800 local miles. Believe that? You might not. I don't know about you guys, but I love the winter views, especially out in the wilderness out west in Montana. One lane highway, plow in the front, already, plowing our way. How can it get better than this? It's that romance, it's that special romance that I was telling you guys about. Anyways, when I booked this load, they offered it to me. It wasn't on the load boards, so broker offered it to us via email. And a lot of you guys ask a question like, hey, where do you get these loads? Or where do your loads come from? A big portion, maybe 25%, come from the ones that we actually win, but they come from emailed offers. Emailed offers meaning like you've been working with a broker for a while, and then basically what they do is when something comes up, then they just email you or call you and ask, hey, do you have an option for me? I've got this and this picking up there and there. What's your price? And that's how it's done. And then the other part of it is actually on expedited load boards. And the load boards that we use, they're not just, if you have your own MC and DOT, you can have that board. A lot of people do get those MC and DOT numbers just to have access to the load boards, and that's totally fine. You guys can get it for that. But these are special load boards that require you to have a fleet of vehicles, otherwise you do not get on them. And a lot of you guys ask them, which ones do you use? Well, honestly, I don't give out that, trade secret information. So, I hope that makes sense. And the weather keeps getting, I don't know, better or worse? What do you guys think? Is it better or is it worse? It's all white. It's because it is still snowing outside and it is foggy out here. And the roads are either plowed in just pure white, or they're a little bit, thawed out here in the middle areas. So it's it was just worse right before I picked up the camera, so it's kind of on and off. But hey, my ETA is after 4 p.m. so 4:06 right now, but I am driving like anywhere between 50 and 65 miles an hour. It just kind of depends who I'm able to pass and who I'm not able to pass. So it just kind of depends, and on the based on the weather, road conditions as well. So I'm being safe. I'll get there when I get there. The actual pickup is set for tomorrow, but I told broker, hey, if the weather's good, we're getting snowstorms. We are, in town, out of town. Montana's getting snowstorms, so I told them, hey, let's set this up for tomorrow for Tuesday pickup. And today's Monday, by the way. But if I make it there today before closing, I'll pick it up today and then drive overnight to the second pickup down to Burley, and then load up tomorrow and then deliver everything Wednesday. So technically I have until tomorrow to pick this up, and then tomorrow afternoon to pick up the other one, and then Wednesday delivery by 3 p.m. worst case, just because of the weather. So we don't know. I mean, we're getting storms. Our local storms out here have been storming around since Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's what we're dealing with. Some people are scared to go in the snow. Some people are, keep me out of this, keep me out of that. Well, when you guys are trying to pick and choose where you want to go, I understand that not everybody's comfortable with this kind of weather. Not everybody wants to deal with it or potentially be stranded somewhere just because of a road closure or whatever. But I did check this morning, as I was trying to figure this load out, where to go first, because I could have went to Burley first and then gone up on 15 up to Montana and picked up, in Montana tomorrow. But the problem was that Dead Man Pass and another pass was closed on the way to Boise. So don't know if there was accidents or too much snow or what the deal was, but once in a while they do close that off. So they did close that part, and that's why I told them I'm going to pick up Montana first, and I'm going to drop down on 15, pick up the stuff in Idaho, and then after that I'm going to go, and deliver up to Washington. So hopefully the weather breaks over there in the passes and they'll be all right. If not, then honestly I'll have to figure out where to go. It might have to go through like Lewiston and the back roads and pick up through Highway 95, like going through McCall, Idaho and stuff like that. But that's a one-lane road like this, and really windy in a lot of places, and going through the mountains as well. So that's unpredictable as well, what could be out there. Not that I'm scared or something like that. I'm definitely not. But if I can avoid a place with no service and bad weather, I would rather do that. But even out here, there's no service in a lot of places. Like this place right here right now, do we have service? Yeah, you can make a phone call, but there's no internet. So it's just kind of on and off throughout the whole Highway 200 out here. Definite winter weather conditions out here. You know what I mean? You guys see this? Over here it got a little better, but as I was coming in here, it fluctuates anywhere between -2 degrees and 2 degrees. So it's nice and cold out here, plus all the snow, which makes it nice and crispy. I'm almost here. I've got 1.6 miles left to my pickup, and then I'm going to pick up, load up, and head on down. I don't know. I haven't watched the weather radar. I usually don't. I mean, one time I did just because I was heading to Nevada from Idaho, and it got bad, like fast. But I just, I looked at it, and I just kept on going. I'm like, whatever, I'm going to keep on going. I passed through the storm after a few hours, and it was okay. But everybody was pulling over, getting off the road, and I was the only one on the road. So I don't know what's happening here or what's going to be happening. Google Maps has told me numerous times that I am going to be affected by a winter weather storm. So if this is the storm, then I'm okay. But if it's going to get worse, then we'll deal with it as we go. So load up and go. That's what I'm going for. My feet got cold already. If this hasn't been invented yet, you guys should seriously think about it, or maybe I should. A heated floor mat. That way you put your feet down and they're going to be warm versus, you know, that nice and cold. All the drivers know what I'm talking about. Either semi-drivers or cargo van drivers. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about if you guys drive around in the cold. Even though I do have slippers, that's what I'm going to wear after I do load up. But still, some heated floor mats, that would do the trick. Kind of like a heated blanket, but heated floor mats to keep your feet warm. What do you guys think of that idea? After a little bit of running around to that building that the MRI area is closed, I drove around, tried many entrances, and I just don't give up because I can't afford to give up. So finally did find what I needed. And somebody parked right there. He's right in front of me. Okay. Anyways, I did find what I needed. Finally. Thanks to my persistence. Because the address was given right, but then the entrance was supposedly doesn't exist anyway. So anyway, long story short, I did find it. I got one piece out the door already. Gonna go grab the second piece, load it up, and we're out of here. That's what we want to do. I want to get out of here because it keeps snowing, and then what if overnight it gets worse? And then what? You know, then the plows can't keep up, and I gotta go super slow. Anyways, the faster I go, the faster I can unload, and it's gonna be the difference of me unloading like on a Wednesday morning versus or even tomorrow night, tomorrow before closing maybe even. I'm not sure. If I can make it overnight, then I could do a straight shot from Burley to Seattle and maybe even still make it there. I'm not sure. Maybe. We'll see. That's still a possibility actually. I didn't even think of that yet. The faster I go, the faster I'll be there. These guys closed the road on this side of the freeway because there's some people getting towed, whatever, so they're letting people go this way, and then I don't know, they're like blocked off the road over there. I don't know how or
in 2 miles, take exit 121.
How or if they're even getting through later because it's weird. Whatever they're doing is weird. Why wouldn't you put some de-icer down? I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe because they're expecting more snow. Usually that's the case, but usually Montana's pretty decent about it. I mean, they plow, but besides plowing, they still need to put some de-icer down. And there isn't any. There's another cop telling everybody to calm down, that there's accidents ahead. So yeah. I got me 323 miles left. Gonna get a little bit of anti-gel for the diesel because it was -2 today. I had a little bit, so I put some in and then I ran out. So now, just in case it is gonna get colder down, but I did check the weather.
At the traffic circle, take the 4th exit.
See, I did check the weather, and the weather down in whatchamacallit. Maybe I shouldn't even get any. Maybe I got off the exit for nothing. I did check the weather, and it's like 35, 36 down there in Burley. So I don't know if I'll make it all the way down there. I'm planning to. And my ETA is like 1 a.m., 1:06 a.m. So I don't know. I'm just stopping and filling up. That way, if in case the road is closed somewhere, at least I have enough fuel to just, you know, spend the night. If I need to run the vehicle, I can run it all night if I need to. So one of those things. I'll go inside, I guess, look at some anti-gel, see how much it costs here. Usually it's like 20 bucks. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. I left yesterday. It was Monday. Kind of not common to get a Monday load on the out west out here, or however you want to call it. I guess out west, yeah, since the one was Montana, the other one's Burley, Idaho. Anyway, I'm in Burley, Idaho. Yesterday, the coldest was -3 as I was driving, and had snow. Then Butte was warmer, and then getting back on 15 and going down south, it was kind of like okay road for a section, bad road for a section, ice road for a section, and then, you know, dry road for a section. It was like constant sections of like good and crap, good crap, good crap. So anyway, long story short, I drove all the way down here. I don't even know what time it was. I was so tired that I just came and I drove right by 2 miles away from my pickup. There was a Love's truck stop, so I stopped there and just slept there. Already got my coffee, already made it on site, already pulled my freight out the door, so now I just gotta load it and get going. But I'm not even in a hurry to get going. It's like 600 I forgot how many miles exactly, but 600 something miles, I believe, to my delivery, if not more. And there's no way I'm gonna make it today before closing out there. And I don't even know what's happening down in the passes out there, like Dead Men Pass and stuff like that. So I'll check the Oregon roads if I can. I don't really know how to check that Oregon website, but I'll just look and see if, you know, the main road is closed or not, or if there's any restrictions or whatever. If there is, I might have to cut down like through Boise to McCall, out that way through Lewiston, Idaho, and then come on back down there and back highways, back roads, and then get back on I-90 and Vantage, and then go that way. Otherwise, I think this way, it would probably take me through Boise, Portland, and up. Or if not Portland, then maybe cut across somewhere and get me out to I-90. I don't know. Haven't looked at the map. I'm just guessing the mileage too, so don't hold me to that. I'll get loaded, and then we'll look at what it shows, which way, what the route is, and all that kind of stuff, and I'll figure it out. Here it's nice and sunny. Look at this. Like I was telling you guys that it was going to be warmer where I'm picking up down here down south. They had snow and then it melted, it looks like, but sunny. Look at that. Compared to the blizzard and everything I just came from, all that snow. And it's a good thing that I didn't wait until morning or whatever, or left the house, you know, later, just to be there, you know, for morning and all that kind of stuff. It's a good thing, because that's, you know, if you have a way to beat the storm, might as well beat it, or keep driving through it and just get out of it if you can, versus like stopping. Oh, I'm going to stop, I'm going to wait till the plows come through, till the road is treated. Well, if it's drivable, just drive it. If you have the strength to do so. If not, if you're weak already and you're tired and you can't do it, then, you know, that goes without saying. But as long as it's not pure ice, just keep going. That's what I did. I had some icy spots. I did get thrown around a couple times, that I had my heart down there in the soles of my feet. Felt like that. But that was because I was doing like 75, 80 miles an hour, getting a little too confident, you know, on an icy road, snowy and icy road. So yeah, that's why. When I was doing 60, 65 through the bad spots, it was still good. But these tires are amazing. The ones I use, amazing for what you do. I'll show you guys what they are again. And my van is so filthy, it's insane. Lionheart, Lion Claw, ATX2. So write it down. Lion Claw. Oh, I'm sorry. Lionheart, Lion Claw, ATX2. All weather. Good for snow, for rain, and sunshine. They're not a winter tire by any means, specifically, but look how, you know what I mean? Look at this thick rubber. It's nice and soft. It does super good in the snow. I've been using it for many, many seasons, not just this once, but over the years, and I keep buying it, keep coming back to it. My father uses it, my friends use it. I got a lot of drivers who use it now too, so if you guys want, buy them on eBay, look them up. Look up your size and pick them up. I wouldn't really recommend, if you can change it out, if you can do a change out and actually drive something else in the summertime, and then wintertime comes, that you change it to this, that's what I would recommend. Because I don't really drive them on them in the summertime. I put on different ones. Because it gets hot, and then these tires wear out faster because the rubber is nice and soft. Windy out here. Camera's sound might be crappy. Okay, here's my contraption. I'm already strapped back in and all that kind of good stuff. So I picked up 2 pieces before, and I picked up 2 pieces now. The problem is, I would have put them side by side and they would have fit, except for in the 2 new ones that I put in, that I just picked up, these handles don't go back inside, so you got to keep them out. And I didn't want to jam them in there, that way another driver will not be able to do it with a van, and they'll have to have a pallet jack. So, like this guy here, that one doesn't go in, and this one does not go in. It just goes in like an inch or 2, and that's it. So I left them out. Basically, these ones have some problems on it. I don't know, I'll tell broker that the handles do not go in, so just so they know. But that's it, everything's strapped in, ready to go, good to go. And you might ask, well, how are you gonna sleep? I don't think I'm gonna sleep on top of all this tonight. I might loosen it up and push it more that way. Maybe I should have done that right away. Anyways, I'll push this way. We'll see. Or I might even put the bed down and just, because that's a little bit taller. It's a little bit taller than what my like support rails on the bed are, like the 3 of them. So anyways, we'll figure it out. Not a big deal at all. Worst case, I just take my mattress and put it down on this stuff and just sleep on top of this stuff. So not a big deal at all. That was my original plan, is just lay down on the freight and sleep on top of the freight. What do you guys think? You ever sleep on the freight? Comment. It used to be that I used to sleep a lot more on the freight than I do now. Oh, my heater's still on. I forgot to turn that off. I think I gotta go to the car wash, get this thing washed a little bit, because it's got that Montana nastiness all over it. And people over here are gonna be looking at me nice and funny, thinking, what the heck's this guy doing with some dirty van? It's not even with sunshine and clear skies out here. Where's he been? Kind of unbelievable that from yesterday, from -3 is the coldest it's been, and when I was loading it was 0 in Great Falls. From that kind of weather to 50 degrees in a t-shirt in Boise, Idaho, next day. That's the beauty of this work. You never know. Tomorrow you could be somewhere else. Today you're somewhere else. Next day you're going to be somewhere else. I mean, heck, in 3 days you can be cross country and end up anywhere from Washington down into Florida. So, but yeah, 50 degrees, beautiful day in Boise, Idaho. Had some lunch at Applebee's with my cousins, so that was nice. Pleasant surprise. I messaged one of them and 2 of them came, so yeah, it was great. Good lunch, good times. I should do it more often, but the problem is coming out here, usually I'm like passing through when it's nighttime here, really late, and a lot of times there's no time for any of this sit down stuff. It's usually how it works is the sleep is in demand, not no food. Usually try to go and maybe squeeze in an hour or whatever of sleep, if anything. But it's all good. That's life. Today you're busy and working and struggling, trying to find time for napping, and tomorrow you could have a day where there's no work and you're just sitting around and just waiting around, so you just rest up. You rest when you can rest, and drive when there's a load. So that's how this works. There's no promises anywhere that you'll be busy every single day and only during certain hours or whatever with this job. There's no such thing. There's definitely no such thing. So you're just, as the load comes out, we bid it, try to get it, and we go. If a driver feels too tired that they can't do an evening pickup and drive all night, gonna be one of those drivers that's struggling, or maybe even quit very shortly after you start this thing, because that's how things work out here. And Boise's booming. building, non-stop building out here. And the roads, the freeways, you know, are nice and wide, and many lanes, just like California, kinda. But there's not that many people here. This is a cool view, just being on the road and above the clouds. This looks awesome out here. I know it's hard for you guys to tell, but the white is the clouds up there, and we're above the clouds right now. Ain't that something? That's so cool. I don't think I mean, maybe I've seen it, but I haven't seen it to notice it much. But we have a double layer of clouds. One up in the sky, and if you look that way, it's clear, and obviously it's clear here, and then we got more clouds down there on the bottom. So the drone footage shows it a lot better, but double layer of clouds. I don't think I've ever seen it like this before, ever. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. This is the Dead Man Pass Cabbage, I think it's called the Cabbage Hill, or whatever it's called, in Oregon. Came to have dinner at a Chinese buffet, Minado, whatever you want to pronounce it, however you want to pronounce it, in Yakima, Washington. As I was driving to my delivery to Tequila, a broker offered us a load from Yakima to Tequila, another blue case. So basically we told them, hey, if you don't mind combining the freight, you know, then we can take care of it for a certain fee. And they said, sure. So I'm spending the night, instead of actually going to unload tomorrow, right in Tequila already, spending the night here in Yakima, Washington. What else am I gonna do? haven't, as far as like eating today, yeah, I did eat at the Applebee's. So now it's time to have some dinner. And dinner, you know, I felt like, hey, I stopped as I got off the exit to my pickup. There was actually a Texas Roadhouse. I got in the parking lot. I was thinking about going and all that stuff. And then I was like, I want soup. I'm a soup guy. I do want soup. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. You know, meat, soup, whatever. Started thinking, started looking online what else is out there. And this place changed my mind, I guess. I don't know. They got 4.2 star review. And I might be the one that might bump up their score or might bump it down. So I'm going to go inside and see what's going on. But anyways, my load, tomorrow I'm grabbing one more blue case from here and then delivering it all direct. It's going to be 5 pieces total, delivering to Tequila. In grabbing it in the morning and then going direct with it. End of February and masks are required in Yakima. Nowhere else but Washington State. This crap happening again. Nowhere else. Ridiculous. Hi. Well, wait a minute. This guy changing trash bags. He's not wearing a mask. Only the people that go through the door. Anyways, I ate. It wasn't that great. Don't go there. They're open until 9 p.m., but for some reason, those idiots started hiding their food at 8:10 p.m. 8:10, and they're open till 9. Not just per Google, but on their sign it says right there 9 p.m. So, anyways, I had a plate of good food, then I went back for seconds, and then got only a little bit, so I didn't leave them a tip or nothing. If they want to be that way and just, you know, not care about their customer, that's fine. They can do it their way. But anyways, then I showed up over here because my wife's like, oh, you're not loading the Yakima one tonight? And I'm like, I don't know. For some reason, I feel tired. I want to relax, go to bed. I just ate, and then load up in the morning. And then she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, what, you want me to go tonight? And she's like, no, just asking. I'm like, you know, you're just asking because you want me to go. So anyways, I came over here and found it. Had to go through all the hoops. Had to put on the stupid mask. Me and my nose always clogged. Can't breathe in that stupid thing, so I don't know. If they wanted an extra patient, I was pretty close to laying down on the floor over there with that stupid mask on. But anyways, yeah. I was picking up in Montana, I was picking up in Idaho. Nobody's wearing a retarded mask except for Yakima, Washington so far. So I don't know what's happening in Seattle area. If they're wearing them here, it's going to be very soon that they're going to be wearing them everywhere. And I couldn't get through the door without putting it on, so security wouldn't let me in. I'm like, I don't want to wear it. She's like, well, then you're not coming in. I was like, dang it. Anyways, one more of these. I've been to this location many times. One more of these. I remember this guy too. I brought that one to Tequila, and the handle was not broken last time, but 3 out of the 4, the handles are messed up and the wheels are messed up. So I want to tell these guys that, hey, you guys gotta make your notes that a lot of these are screwed up. They can send them back to Memphis or wherever they fix them at and have them fixed before they go back out again, before drivers gotta struggle with this stuff again. Anyways, I'm probably whining because I'm tired, but time to get my ramp out loaded and get the heck out of here, because I'll probably still drive either most of the way over there or at least half the way over there tonight or whatever. I mean, technically I was supposed to load tomorrow, but you know, this stuff's always here usually. So anyway, load up and go. Good morning. All emptied out. The people that come here, you guys know that location. Slept on site. I usually just park right there.
Left onto Andover Park East.
Right there in their parking lot, and that's it. And I'm good. Rained all night out here and rained hardcore. So when you're not used to sleeping in a van that much, then the rain bothers you. Then when your bed is not perfect, and mine was not perfect this morning, my bed was not perfect. So basically, I was gonna throw the mattress on top of the stuff, but since I got more pieces, I had like holes in between the freight, and you're gonna be sinking in through. So I just kind of put the bed right on, lowered my bed right on top of everything, and it ended up being on a slope.
In 600 feet, turn left onto South Center Boulevard.
On a slope, made the left side higher and the right side lower, so it was, kind of like that. Not extremely horrible, but it was still sleepable on there. But
At the right, turn
since
left
you're not
onto
used to
South
that,
Center
like me,
Boulevard.
I like perfect. You know what I mean? You guys know me by now. I like perfect. It wasn't perfect, so it kind of bothered me through the night, which I don't know. Did I sleep like a baby? Nope, I did not. Did I get some rest? I'm sure I did. I just gotta wake up a little bit. So that's the end of this trip, guys. And the next video is gonna be actually me coming from here back to Spokane, because
Continue on South
while I
Center
was
Boulevard
unloading,
for half a
dispatch
mile.
got me unloaded straight home. And that doesn't happen very often. I'll explain all that to you in the next video, because I'm excited. God bless, take care, like and subscribe always.